Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode from the Wistful Podcast. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I moved the microphone down and I put it on an angle so y'all can kind of see my face. You know, I don't want to keep looking like I'm hiding from the camera. So I hope y'all can hear me okay. If y'all hear me okay, nod your head, give me a thumbs up. I can see y'all. So with all that being said, welcome to another edition of Black Coffee. That's the name. It don't have to stick, but if it don't stick, whatever. This is episode 2, volume 2, Black Coffee edition. Today is October 26, 2025. And if you forget, the Wishful Podcast is available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify for your viewing and listening pleasures. So, we out here. Yeah. Let me get into this. So, I'm gonna start with politics. Y'all know me. I'm unless you really tell me that you want me to go deep down into it, I'm gonna kind of skim and keep going. So, America's president, president is trying to do, well, he ain't trying. This man is tearing down the East Wing of the White House. He's tearing it down in order to make room for a new ballroom to seat about 999,000 people. That's just retarded. How it seats 999? Who? No, just make it 1,000. Somebody gonna have to stand up. Somebody sitting on a lap, something, or you go sit over there Indian style in the corner. That's what you do. That one person, somebody gonna show up late. But that's the East Wing. The East Wing was the office space for the First Lady and her staff. The White House Social Secretary, the correspondence staff, and the White House Calligraphy and Graphics office. Sorry, I'm reading this like super small because I had to kind of pile it up in that spot. But that's what this man is tearing down. So he can invite more people to the White House. That's what he doing. Of course, right? So, moving on. Next thing. We got this government shutdown that we've been in for almost a month. And, of course, I don't agree with it at all. The SNAP benefits, amongst other federally funded things, are supposed to be ending around the first of the month or on the first of the month. Yeah, I think I don't like that at all. I don't like the federally funded programs because a lot of that has to do with children. It has to do with people who can't do certain things for themselves, who may have mental issues or just whatever type of issues. You have the train has gone. It's gone. Yeah. No food stamps. No SNAP benefits. And people they got on it, and I don't think it's gonna be as bad as people make it seem. They just make it seem like somebody's just gonna flip a switch and just all the grocery stores, like, it's just gonna be horrible. I mean, if you know how to budget yourself and you know how to take care of certain things, then it shouldn't be a problem, or it shouldn't have been a problem. Again, it's not like the government was shut down yesterday and then today, or Friday rather, because today is Sunday. It's not like the government was shut down Friday and then all of a sudden here we are tomorrow, Monday, there's no SNAP benefits. So you had just about a whole 30 days to figure out your life, what you're going to do with these benefits. You had time. Again, I'm not trying to sit here and say that I'm better than nobody or point fingers, but when you know something like this is going on, you got to really sit and, okay, let me I got to figure something out. Let me get a bunch of bread or some crackers, some peanut butter jelly. Let me get some essentials. Let me get some noodles or something. Let me figure out how I can make these cheap meals and I can just make them last. Or whatever you do. Like I said, I ain't judging you. I was on food stamps before, more than once. It is what it is. But yeah, that's about to happen. That's about to be a whole thing too. Last thing in politics, and we're gonna move on. Not y'all president, my bad. United States of America's president is sending a carrier strike group into Central America to fight drug cartels. Why? I don't agree with that. You taking a whole, I forgot how much an aircraft carrier costs, and a carrier strike group, which means it's not just that. Carrier strike groups are what you send to fight people overseas. That's the images that you see with the aircraft carrier and all the other ships, and that's what that is. They're sending that to fight drug cartels because people are on whatever type of ships or submarines. Again, I ain't trying to sound stupid, but I kind of think that's a Coast Guard thing, not a United States Navy thing. That's just me. And ain't it a hurricane down there somewhere around Jamaica? Or, it's turning around and it's going. I seen it like, I think a day or so before, and it was supposed to be headed to Jamaica. I didn't check to see if it hit, but they say it's a pretty strong storm. It's category 4 or 3 whenever I seen it, and it's supposed to become a category 5, and they were kind of tracking it to go under Florida. So from where Jamaica is, it's supposed to go northeast is the way it's supposed to go. So it's going to bypass Florida. And it's October. There's a whole hurricane in the Gulf. Weirdly enough, I was on Facebook, and I think this was 2012. I should have looked into it to see what hurricane it was. But I made a post about it like, it's October. They still got hurricanes in the Gulf. So yeah, it's a thing. I guess it don't happen often. I'm not a meteorologist to sit here and give you those types of background. We having coffee, we having tea, we having water, we having fruit punch, whatever. It's Sunday, we drinking together, we chilling. That's what this is, black coffee. But no, you want to send a carrier strike group down there for that, and then these same people that's in this carrier strike group, they're not about to get paid on the first. I wouldn't fly not a plane. Don't listen to me. I tried to get in the military. I couldn't because of my eyes. But had that not been an issue, I definitely would have been in. So all of that to say, nah. They sign they have an oath. They do what they do. They gonna be taken care of, and all of these other things. And I mean that really, really sucks that you are sending the troops down there and wasting all of these resources and stuff for nobody to be paid. Like, you got to pay somebody. Like, money has to come from somewhere to continue to operate. And that's what they need to say. That'd be, what would be funny? Trump, and they don't do nothing. And the carrier strike group just go back to Virginia or wherever more than likely Virginia. The news people will be like, hey, all of breaking news, the carrier strike group is regrouping and it's going back to Virginia. Boy, that'd be so messed up. I'll like, yeah, I don't even blame y'all. They need to turn they tracking units and all that stuff off and just go chill. Just go somewhere and just post up. I don't know where they can go. I'll go to Miami. Just go sit off the coast of Miami and just chill. Just chill. Nice weather. That's what I would do. But that don't come for me. Like I said, that would be cool though. That would be. They probably sitting there looking at him, man. But yeah, you got the strike. You got the carrier strike group not getting paid to go down there and break up people that's getting paid. Yeah. So here we go. Moving on. We getting away from politics. We're about to talk about, because I seen this once and I seen it again. It actually happened here. You have these parents that's attacking these school bus drivers. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop putting y'all vehicle in front of these school buses. Y'all need to just stop, period. And it always seems to happen to a substitute bus driver. So with that being said, I think whoever the regular bus driver is for whatever route, they need to make notes. Tyrone get off on this street in this corner. Tyrone Nisha is 3 blocks up. This person is here, but you got to do this and do this. It's from what I could tell, it's a misunderstanding. It shouldn't have happened. It's somebody wasn't in the know-how. But even more so, don't go attacking the bus driver, because the driver has protocol. They got policies and procedures. They can't just stop because you say, "Oh, that's my child." They can't do that. And that's just like a regular city bus. If you say, "Hey, I need to get off," and they're in the left-hand lane, they're not going to let you off. They will let you off, and they will tell you, "Okay, I will let you off when I'm able to pull over and it's safe to let you off." The bus drivers are all about your children's safety. And here you is being super stupid, won't park your car and everything in front of this bus and trying to get the doors open and punching on the bus drivers and all that. See, is y'all gonna FAFO with the wrong bus driver? He gonna open that door and you gonna think you gonna get on there and put your hands on him and you just gonna see that person fly off the bus. Poof! That's what I want to see. I'm very much for doing what's right and people taking things in their own. Like, don't put your hands on me. I don't care, your kids or not. Don't put your hands on me. You want your kids, not a problem, but I'm gonna need you to go stand right over there where I can pull over where it's safe. Cause again, bus driver let these kids off where it's not safe in the middle of the street. One of these kids get hit or whatever happened, then who is gonna be on? Nobody talking about that. Nobody's talking about if these kids are or were special need. These kids go with anybody. They don't know any better. So they have to be dropped off according to what the route says. And that's what the fill-in driver sees. Okay, so it says 5th and Walnut. That's why I dropped Tyrone off at. And here you are, you not there. Ain't no parent here. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Then y'all stupid selves going to sit here and be like, "Oh, the bus driver trying to kidnap our kids." Bruh, stop. Because I can guarantee you, if that was a black bus driver not in hell, that ain't finna happen. Because whoever that bus driver is don't want to deal with their own damn kids. You think he finna kidnap however many more? How? Like, I'm really curious, how is this playing out in these people's heads? Like, how is this playing out? Oh, the bus driver's kidnapping our kids and going to do what with them? Where is he going to go? I ain't saying that this hasn't happened, not going to happen or any of that, but just like, explain this to me. Just let's talk about it. Where you going to go? Because clearly he following along some route to go somewhere. Get these kids off the bus. Like, no. Because y'all cheering is bad as hell. And I can guarantee you they back there cutting up and cussing and fussing and throwing stuff and all this other stuff. Bus driver won't get them off. It ain't no kidnapping. Y'all better be lucky bus driver ain't just leave the damn bus somewhere. Pull up in a damn Kroger and just left the bus. Like, hey, I'll be right back. Take the keys. Leave them on there. Y'all will be mad then. But again, I could go down another rabbit hole about talking about parenting and with these kids and how they really act away from their parents because everybody think their kids is just such angels. Nah, they ain't at all. We know this because nope, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But yeah, that's y'all gotta stop this, man. Leave these bus drivers alone. If you not where you supposed to be, if you as the parent aren't sure, then you need to get in touch with the bus company and go that way. Don't get mad at these people. If you need to follow the bus, then follow the bus to where he stops. You need to be respectful. The first video I saw this, I think, was in Tennessee. Again, this was a while ago, and people in the comments was making jokes, and I didn't like the jokes. They were at an intersection, and I think it was like 2 turning lanes to the right or something, or maybe 1 turning lane. But the bus was at an intersection. You could see it, and it was a vehicle in front of it, of course, that was dinging it up because they Buster ran into it. Oh, it's whatever. The driver opened the door, and a parent got on, and I think slapped the. You could see the parent hit the teacher, the driver. Parent gets off, whatever way, gets off. The bus driver closed the door and smashes on the gas. Now, before this happens, the kids are standing up. If you've ever been on any type of school bus or if you know physics, I don't know what law it is, but if you're standing up on a school bus and that bus driver hits the gas, you're going to go toward the back. Nothing matters. Period. Nothing really matters at all. If I know how to sing, I would sing that part, but I'm not going to say it. And all of those kids, I'm pretty sure, flew back in their seat, or whoever was standing up flew toward that back door. And you hear the highest pitched screams ever. And the people in the comments was making fun about that. Like, somebody small could have gotten really, really injured because of that. And again, I understand what the bus driver was doing to get them to safety. I understand that. I just wouldn't hit the gas that hard. Like, you smashed off and you hit them kids like, nah. Mm-mm. Parents, you got to do better than that. You got to do better than that. So, we're going to move on. We're going to talk about, what month is this? This is October, and this is about more hazing suspensions for fraternities all throughout the United States. I'm not about to sit here and single out one college. This stuff's been going on, and it's starting to come forward more and more. It's not funny, but and the reason I said it's October, the school I went to, like, what I know about Greek life is you typically pledge in the spring. You typically don't pledge in the fall. It's more so done in the springtime type of thing, not the fall. Again, I'm not saying that it don't happen. Some do both lines, and then that's great. But somebody snitching. Somebody's mama back home. Somebody is calling somebody because Tyrone got lean rolled once too many times or something. Whatever happened. I don't know. But y'all causing these people to get suspended, kicked off the yard, and all this other stuff. And this is one of those subjects that can go multiple ways, because people can say And I don't really have a dog in a fight because I don't belong to a, what is it, BGLO? I'm not Greek. So I'm not going to sit here and say you shouldn't, and nah, I'm not, that's not for me to say. I was brought up like this. You know what you're going to get yourself into? Are you sure this is what you want to do? And that's just what it was. It ain't no crying. It ain't no crying. No, 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 no. Don't come crying now. You knew what the business was when you signed up. You know what it was. And that's just me. That's how I am. My mama, my brother. If I would have said anything, which I definitely would not have, they wasn't gonna say nothing to nobody. To who? No, nobody. They ain't about to say nothing. No. So again, I don't really have a dog in the fight, but it's going on. I don't really like it because I just don't like it. Like, nah, bro. We better than that. We better than that. And here we are. Let me check my phone because I had to write the stuff down. Oh, I'm glad I did. I don't know if y'all remember. You probably don't because everybody attention span is super short. But I think last Monday, a couple of days ago, a lot of websites and companies' websites were down, like Wendy's, for instance, because I was trying to get something for lunch and website wasn't working. Talked to a guy at work and he's like, "Yeah, man, Snapchat and so and so and so and so and all of these other things because so and so is now." Oh, really? So it was a big number of sites, websites that were down, apps that were just not working. Beware. Keep your eyes open. And I think they had people to get scared about certain things like, oh, y'all need to take y'all money out the bank for what, why, where, and put it where. Nobody takes cash like talking about. You just don't. You no, no. Sit down, shut it. That's what you do. Sit down and shut it. Uh-huh. Okay. And the very last thing we about to talk about, uh this versus battle. I spoke about this in my previous Black Coffee Edition, Volume 1. Go check it out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube for your viewing and listening pleasures. I need to get that put on a shirt or something. But versus battle happened last night, which was Saturday, October 25th. No Limit versus Cash Money. This happened in Las Vegas. Also in Las Vegas, I can't say alma mater because I didn't graduate. I went there, but I didn't graduate. Jackson State played Grambling State University at the Allegiant Stadium. That's what it's called. It's where the Raiders play. It's a dome, and yeah, they played there. Had to throw that out. Yeah, so they had a lot of things going on in Vegas last night and probably tonight. But Turk didn't show up. I didn't watch it. I didn't get into it. You know, this might surprise y'all, but I do have a full-time job, so I couldn't really listen and watch this like I wanted to. And the opinion is the eye of the beholder, to be honest. Some people are saying so and so didn't win because this person or persons didn't show up. Lil Wayne, people were saying that Wayne was in Vegas doing a concert or he was doing something. It could have been a previous engagement, which 9 times out of 10, if he had his own concert and they had that, you who you gonna pick? So I don't think it was that. I think Wayne probably would have showed up if he didn't have anything else to do. I don't know what happened with Turk. Yeah, I feel Stunner shouldn't. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what y'all know him as. Birdman, Baby, Beatrice. whatever you know him as. You know, I don't think he should have said what he said. He could have kind of kept that to himself, but that's him. And the other thing about Birdman, if a lot of y'all haven't realized this, again, Birdman, honestly, just to put a twist on this, Birdman honestly could have said that to give Turk a shout out. Turk wasn't there. Turk got it. Turk just put an album out 2 months ago. He just put an album out. So he could have said that to launch Turk's name up. It's always an agenda with these people. Cause Birdman did that with something else. And I don't think people really recognize the move that was going on. Like they don't see it. Oh, Birdman just said so and so, Lil Turk. Nah, it's more to it than that. You gotta look at it differently. But again, I seen it. The little snippet I seen was Turk was somewhere. He was at an event and he was standing in a crowd of people. And I guess he was watching it live when Birdman said it. And that was kind of it. Like he was asking for the microphone. So, it is what it is. So Cash Money didn't have Turk, they didn't have Wayne. No Limit didn't have Mystical, and they didn't have Mercedes. And I seen this. It was something about Mercedes dealing with some type of lawsuit against No Limit. Don't know what it was about or a song or whatever. But that's what happened. Just through that. It is now 27 minutes. It's not 27 minutes. 27 minutes ain't the time. It's 8:04. My Saints have lost today. Saints played Tampa Bay. They got mollywopped. Yeah. Score was like 20 something to 3. Whatever it was. Like I said. Yeah, at least they scored. It's okay. Still a Saints fan. Me. Here. Yeah. Who that all day. So with that being said, the Wishful Podcast, for the last time today, is on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Also, I'm on Facebook. I'm on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. And Threads, if you're on Threads. Same name, The Wishful Podcast. All of them for your viewing and listening. I'm not even saying it right. For your viewing and your listening pleasures. Today's video podcast listening cast is being sponsored by Figure It TFO. That's right. We got a sponsor now. Figure It TFO. Figure it out. Yep. That's how it was sponsored. With that being said, love y'all. I'm out.